Wait for it.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Christian Ballard Sports Media, coming at you live on a Friday night to close out conference week. I'll try to keep it down as my grandparents are sleeping, but figured I'd get this in for you guys. I promised you guys conference week, and dang it, we are going to do conference week for sure. Let me check the chat. What's up? What's up, Will? No guests tonight. I try, man. I don't know. I'm just gonna roll with it here. But I can't thank enough Golden Blue Dude, my uncle, and then what was his name? Name slipped my mind. I think his name was anyway. The guy that did the Pac-12 with me. You can't thank him enough for being a part of this week. Can't thank him enough for just everything everyone's done this week. I love it. I appreciate it. What's going on? Georgia Bulldog Will says, let's do this. SEC, 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 SEC. It just means more in the SEC. I like saying that. Michael Hogue was going to be a guest last night. Well, I talked to him about it. He apologized. He had a lot that he got caught up in. So, unfortunately, he wasn't able to be a part of it. But I love it. Appreciate Michael anyway. He's a good guy. What's up, Cody Hankins? How you doing? Roll Tide, buddy. Says, what's up, Ballard? What's up, Cody? All right. Let's see. Live on Facebook, live on YouTube. Conference week, SEC edition. Don't forget, hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Really would appreciate it. All right. First topic of conversation. Texas and Oklahoma are set to join the SEC by 2024. It is official. It was originally set for 2025. It's a big part of the conference realignment. Does it also mean we get some big-time rivalries back? Texas A&M? I think so. I'm excited. Am I for this? I wasn't, but honestly, it's, how do I put this? I think the more news that comes out about it, the more excited I get. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Let me check the comments here. Tennessee baseball lost game one in the Super Regional. Georgia Bulldog Wells says, I think Texas will be good. Oklahoma should be good as well. I think both teams are going to do pretty good, actually. I really do. Now, let me just go ahead and say this. It was originally set up to where they were going to join in 2025. Now they're set up where they could even join next year. Not this year, but it could even be as early as 2023. And I'm excited. And does it dissolve the Big 12? We talked about it a little bit on Monday when we started the week off. And we talked with Golden Blue Dude. It shouldn't kill the Big 12 too much, although it does hurt in ways. Um, I'm trying to think how I want to put this. I'm kind of lost tonight. I apologize. It's a big part of the conference realignment, right? Are we going to get rid of divisions? Are we going to pods? That's still something that I think is being talked about a lot. As far as this, expansion of the SEC to 16 teams is, we don't know exactly what the whole setup is going to be. I personally don't, because I hear one thing one day and I hear one thing the next day, and it kind of gets to you, it catches up to you. But I think I don't like where college football is heading. I'm just going to be honest. I like the 4-team playoff. I like the conferences how they are now. Texas and OU are going to join the SEC in 2024 or next year, and I'm going to suck it up and deal with it. That's it. I can't control this. No one's asking my opinions. No one cares. I know you don't, right? But personally, I don't see a reason they should join the SEC or let alone leave the Big 12. I think it's perfect how it is right now. But again, things are out of our control, right? There's good money in it for these programs. They're going to make a lot, right? They really are. And I'm trying to think how I want to put this. I apologize in advance. I have had a long day, and I apologize for putting this one off till tonight, right? There's positives and negatives to Texas and Oklahoma joining the SEC, right? They want to join in 2024, right? Here's actually, this will help me out a lot. CBS Sports put this out, David Cobb, 9 hours ago, that Texas and OU are set to join the SEC by 2024. Let me pull this up and we can read off this. Okay. Amid Friday's news that the Big 12 will add its 4 new members in 2023, it appears that Oklahoma and Texas will not be making their own conference transition on the same timeline. Instead, 2024 is still a more realistic target date for the Sooners and Longhorns to bolt for the SEC, according to the Austin American-Statesman, bringing the possibility of a bizarre 2023-2024 Big 12 season into focus. The Big 12 has operated with just 10 members since the 2011 season after Missouri and Texas A&M's departure for the SEC, but it would have 14 schools in 2023 and 2024 if Oklahoma and Texas stick around for a season after the addition of BYU, Cincinnati, Houston, and UCF. If Oklahoma and Texas wanted to join the SEC in 2023 when the Big 12 welcomes its new members, the schools will need to pay projected 9-figure exit fees for breaking the league's grant of media rights, CBS Sports' Dennis Dodd previously reported. Okay, let's pause there. Why on earth? And I want to hear from you guys. I understand if they want to move ASAP, they got to pay 9 figures. I don't know what the fees are. I don't know what 9 figures is, but they got to pay some amount of money, right? I'll get to that comment in just a minute. Or I could see what's up here. What did Will say? 8 hours today. What's a long day to you? Moving stone. Up at the butt crack of dawn. Anyway, so Texas and Oklahoma want to move into the SEC by 2024 instead of 2025. They could even do it as early as 2023, possibly. Here's the thing: this did not come about until the um, uh, the announcement of next year with BYU, Cincinnati, Houston, and UCF joining the Big 12, right? Are Texas and Oklahoma feeling pushed out? Like there's a rush to get out of there? That could be a possibility, right? Um, Here's the thing, they want to leave. They want to go to the SEC. You made the decision. The Big 12, by the way, did not kick these teams out. They did nothing wrong. They really have no reason to try to leave the Big 12, if you ask me. There's no reason. There's no way, right? But George Bulldog Will makes a good point. I don't understand why Oklahoma and Texas would join the SEC. They're not. Well, are they Southeastern teams? Are they Southern teams? I mean, I would consider Oklahoma Midwest territory. They might feel pushed out. It's good for the Big 12 that 4 teams are joining. Yeah, but then again, who made the first move, Will? That's the thing, is that I think that this all started with Texas and OU wanting to leave the SEC, right? And there's some good money in this, right? See, I think they want to prove. Here's the thing. Think about it this way. The SEC has been dominant for the past decade and a half, right? 15, 16, 17 years, whatever it's been. We've been dominating college football. Alabama, even before Alabama with Florida, Georgia now. LSU had a run in 2019, had a good run with Les Miles. You think Texas and OU just want to show that they're the big boys, the bad boys on the streets? Maybe that's it. Maybe they're not getting enough credit. But here's the thing. They can't even handle, or Oklahoma can, but look at Texas. They're having 7-5, 6-6. I think they've had a 5-7 recently. In the Big 12, the Big 12 has teams like Kansas State, Kansas. Kansas is the worst in the Power 5. I'm sorry. But with Texas and Oklahoma leaving, Texas is Southwestern. That makes sense. With Texas and Oklahoma leaving, the Big 12 better be glad they're getting 4 extra members. Otherwise, they would just fall apart and be a dead and disgraceful conference. I mean, you got Baylor, I guess, and Oklahoma State, but that's it. And who knows how long they're going to stick around. They each want to show how powerful of a team they are. That's probably their reason behind joining the SEC, in my opinion. That's a great possibility. I still think that there's some questions as to why, but that's a good point, Will. They want to show that they're still the big tough guy, especially Texas. We know about Oklahoma. I think Texas is sick of the disrespect by us and the college football fans and the media. I think they're sick of the disrespect. So now they want to go join the SEC, right? I think that makes sense. We will see. But I mean, it's ridiculous. Let's see what else it says real quick, and then we'll move on. I just want to double check. There's good money in it. Why they don't push it up to 2023? Because you see right here, Cincinnati, Houston, UCF are joining in 2023, which I'm excited for that. Big 12 has been operating under the assumption that both the Sooners and Longhorns will remain in the conference through the 2024-2025 season. The league has been preparing for the possibility of 2 seasons under a 14-team configuration, which would entail splitting into 2 divisions for football. They're not going to split into divisions. The Big 12 is not going to. Well, actually, they might. They might do a East and West or whatever they'll do. They might go to divisions. I don't think Texas will do very good in the SEC if they can only get 7 wins in the Big 12. That's a good point. Sick of the horns down. Yeah. Oklahoma's the one doing it to them, though. You really think they're going to go along with Oklahoma? Shoot. They might as well go to independent. Anyway. Moving right along. Looking at South Carolina next. Can Spencer Rattler, Oklahoma transfer, speaking of Oklahoma, quarterback entering this year for the Gamecocks, can he fit in with Shane Beamer and the Gamecock offense? I think he can. I did not watch the spring game for South Carolina, so I didn't see how he performed, how he did, how he looked. I do know that he's got a lot of great arm talent. He's very, very mobile. He can extend plays. I've seen him play at Oklahoma. I know what he can do. Is he the right fit with Shane Beamer in South Carolina? Will, if you want to tell you what, Will, I'll drop the link. If you want to come on here and give your thoughts on some of this, you can, buddy. He says he's given some good points tonight. Spencer Rattler should be a good boost to the South Carolina offense. Absolutely. I agree. I think he's got good arm strength. I think he can run very well. I think he's very mobile. Man, this is tough to figure out. I need some help. Yeah, if you come in here, Will, you can help me out with this. Spencer Rattler's got the talent, but South Carolina's still going to be like a 7-5 or whatever team. They could even go 8-4. They could do something. Will, what's up?
What's up, Ballard? How you doing, man?
Good. What do you think about Spencer Rattler?
I think he's a great addition to the South Carolina offense. Really good. I think he'll do well there.
I think so too. I just think that it's not like, I mean, they got to work on the offensive line for sure to help him out.
Yeah. He got a bit of that at Oklahoma, and then after that, not much.
Yeah, he had the one game where he struggled. I can't even remember who it was last year. before he transferred out. I think it was like a Kansas State game or
I
something.
think it was.
And then Caleb Williams comes in, takes over, and Spencer Rattler's on the bench, and he said, "Screw it, I'll see you later." And he goes to South Carolina, and that surprised me where he went. But it was interesting. I like Shane Beamer. I like the hire. I think he's a good offensive mind. I think he can work with them. He's got the talent. He's got the players around him. He's just got to put it on the field and show up on Saturdays.
According to an article I'm reading, he was ESPN's #1 dual threat quarterback recently.
Yeah,
Not sure.
he was like the number one quarterback in the I think the 2019 class or whatever it was, because
Yeah.
he was a 5-star recruit. He was highly recruited. He was an early enrollee when Jalen Hurts was there. And then when Jalen Hurts left, he took over for like 1.5 seasons. And then Caleb Williams came in and had to clean up his mess, which I don't want to say that and be a jerk, but it just didn't work. It didn't work with Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley's an offensive guru.
Mm-hmm. But
Not to say that he can't put the work in and try to figure some stuff out in Columbia, but man,
I think he'll get used to Shane Beamer, and I think he'll do fine with Shane Beamer.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So, anything that you've read or heard recently on the SEC that you want to contribute to the show?
Nothing much. I'm just focused on this Texas and Oklahoma stuff. But the only thing I really heard was the whole NIL deal with Texas A&M and stuff. That's what I heard about.
Yeah, so what do you make of the feud with Saban and Jim? I mean, I'm excited for that game now. It's circled on the calendar, but yeah, it's Saban when he fired back and made the statements about Jimbo. I'm just like it caught me off guard because I wouldn't think Saban would be that kind of guy.
Yeah, I didn't think Saban would go at him like that.
I mean, he makes a joke months ago at a golf thing or whatever, and
In golf.
yeah, in golf. I mean, that's one thing, but for him to sit there and say, "Okay, I Texas A&M bought every player in their class, not got, but just bought." He said, "Bought every player." Oh, trust me, I
How would
was
they have all the
laughing.
How would they
Well,
have
I
all the
mean,
money to buy it?
it's a big football program. It is,
Yeah,
regardless of championships or whatever. Um, I don't know how they would have the money, but I think that's the talk of this. Obviously, it's died down a bit,
hmm
um, but trust me, you could. I promise you, it's going to pick back up once the season starts. Before these two teams meet, there's going to be some feud and some talk before that game. And by the way, we get them at home this year.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I was trying to be nice about it. I was trying to be nice about Texas A&M's class. I congratulated them. I credited them. I said, could they be set up to have a LSU type of season pretty soon? Could they win a championship with these players? I still think they could at some point. Maybe. I hold my tongue there. Now it's like I don't know what to say because they probably did. Who cares at this point, though? I mean, we're going back. They got these players in December and February.
Yeah,
It has been 4 months. Can we drop it and let it go?
I don't think so. But do you think this is going to affect like any of the other teams in the SEC? This whole NIL thing.
I think it's impacting college football for sure. I think that NIL deals, and I've said it like this. recruits see where guys go, and they keep watch on how players perform because NFL has scouts to scout players that they go draft. Well, I
Mhm.
think college or high school players are scouts to see where they want to sign in college, right? And
Yeah.
vice versa. I mean, coaches scout high school players all the time, but you know, I think if players see that they're making money in college football and sees a guy like we have something called Milo's here. Well, Bo Nix, before he transferred out of Auburn, was making, I don't remember how much it was, but it was good figures. It was good money at Milo's. Does that mean that Auburn is going to try to pick up some recruits because they can go there and get some good sweet tea and burgers and stuff? I don't know, but yeah, I think that it definitely is going to impact recruiting in college football, and I mean that's just where we are right now. Is that you're making money as a college athlete and high schoolers and high school players see that and they want to take it to their advantage.
Mhm.
What do you think?
I would agree. I would definitely agree with that. Well, we'll see where this ends up, but for right now, it is what it is.
Yeah. So, do you have anything as far as Georgia goes? Anything you want to share? Like it could even be from
Recruiting.
months ago, but um, anything Georgia wise.
Recruiting is what I've heard. I've heard we've been recruiting a lot of good. We've had some. We've. I heard. I think I've heard like 2023. Uh, our 2023 class might be pretty good. I heard about a linebacker that's like really good that could come to Georgia in 2023. So we'll see how that goes. What have you heard about Alabama?
Well, I definitely wanted to do a segment and talk about their defense. We're in the mix for another quarterback. We just picked up Ty Simpson. Of course, we got Bryce Young this year, Jalen Milrow, but Eli Holston is a four-star recruit. And also, I think Arch Manning visited this week. He has not committed anywhere yet, obviously. I think, honestly, believe it or not, I think Arch is probably going to go to Georgia. You want to bet that?
I mean,
He's
here's
not
the
coming to Bama. We have a
here's
lot of depth.
here's the thing though. If he goes to Alabama or Georgia, you're not going to get much playing time when you have all these other quarterbacks in front of you at both Alabama and Georgia. But at Texas, there's a chance that he could get out there. If he goes to Georgia, then I don't know if he'll get much playing time. He'll be below he'll be below the quarterback that went to my high school and he transferred from Nevada to Georgia. He's like the sixth string quarterback on Georgia, so he'll be below him.
Arch Manning will be the sixth string quarterback at Georgia.
Yeah.
Gosh, if he's the sixth string anywhere, I'm gonna laugh. For a Manning, I mean,
Yeah.
just saying. Let's see. So here's 247 recruiting. Let's look at the team rankings here. I think Notre Dame currently leads next year.
Mhm.
Um, but the first one out of the SEC is Arkansas. Uh,
Ooh.
and by the way, Tennessee's got a 5-star commit. Have you seen this?
Wow.
They
Wow, that's
got. I
pretty
think
cool.
it's a quarter. I think it's a quarterback.
Oh.
Yes. I want to pull up highlights of this guy and see what he looks like. But let's see,
Which one's him?
Nicholas, I'ma leave you.
I'ma leave you.
He gonna leave Tennessee. No, no, but in all seriousness, though, you got to credit them for that. I
Yeah.
um, I want to check this out. Hold on.
Hmm? Yeah, I'd like to see this.
If this is what Tennessee has, we're in trouble.
Yes, we are.
How do you spell that? Nickel. Let's see.
Nicholas, I'm gonna leave you. Oh, that's a funny name.
He's a Tennessee commit. Here's one from Max Preps that I'll share. That's like maybe 3 minutes long, but they could put a lot in 3 minutes of football recruiting or football highlights. So let's see. Let's see what he looks like. I guess he goes by Nico, Nico.
Hmm. Okay.
It's probably pronounced Amolavia, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Here we go. Whoa!
Wow.
Wow!
Wow. He can escape.
Tennessee.
He can escape a lot of pressure there.
Here he is at the 50. Look at this. I like how he extended the play in the pocket.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's good at that, and he's good at escaping all that pressure. Let's see this one.
Look at this.
Look at. They
He
need
threw
somebody like
it.
him.
Tennessee.
I mean, I think Hendon Hooker did a little bit of that, but I think this guy might do a little bit more. See this. Oh, whoa.
I will say, looking at his size, he looks like he's got sticks for arms, but he can
Hmm.
sure throw it. He just needs to get in the weight room a bit, but dude can throw.
Yeah. See this. Wow. He can really air that football out.
Yeah, he can.
Wow. Nice.
His receivers are running well too.
Hmm. That's what they're going to need at Tennessee.
Look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at
Holy
this.
crap. Look at how he gets out of the pocket there.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, he can extend
Wow.
the slant
Look.
there.
He's
There's
whipping
another.
that thing.
Yeah, he can really throw the yeah, wow. Yeah. I saw Hendon Hooker make a deep pass against Georgia this past season. That was about it. He
Yeah.
could,
Hendon
he could,
Hooker's going to be good this year too, I think.
yeah. Wow.
Look at this.
Wow. He's a good runner too.
Yeah, he is. And he gets it out really fast. I mean, I'm counting maybe he gets it out in a second and a half
That's like a
after
second
having
or
it in his hand.
it's like a second or two.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Tennessee's gonna need Tennessee. That'd be a good thing for Tennessee. Oof.
Whoa.
Wow.
Check this out. Against two guys on him.
Yeah, he's good at taking on all that pressure.
He
That
just gets it out so fast. And he knows where to throw it. Look at
mhm.
this.
I bet his sacks were at a very low level.
Yeah. Look at that. He did like a little flea flicker there,
Oh,
or
that's
a
pretty
little
cool.
shovel pass.
Flea flicker. Georgia,
Not flea
Mississippi,
flicker.
Georgia, Mississippi State, 2017. Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, it is.
Wow, they'll need that, and I think that'll be good for them.
I mean, this is just to go and show you, like, Josh Heupel means business at Tennessee, and I think that we can sit here and make jokes about Tennessee being a bad program right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Someone's gonna bring it up. Someone's going to recruit well. Someone's going to be that coach. If this guy is going to stick to Tennessee, this quarterback, Nico Amalivia, or however you say it,
Mm-hmm.
if he's going to stick to it and Josh Heupel can work with him, I'm not saying you got to win a title with this kid, but it better boost their offense for sure.
Yeah. I found Georgia currently has 8 2023 commits.
8.
Uh, we got Pierce Spurlin, Bo Hewley, Raymond Cottrell, Justin Rhett, Gabriel Harris, Lawson Lucky, Raquez McElderry, and
Mm-hmm.
Seven Cloud.
Texas Tech has 20.
Damn.
They're number 2 right now behind Notre Dame
What
currently
a,
for the classes.
what about your team?
Us, you don't want to hear about it. We got 4. We only
Yeah.
got 4 players so far. Now, there's a lot that's going to happen, and obviously teams like us, but we
Yeah.
got 1 5-star in Jalil Hurley, and then we
Mm,
got Eli Holston, who's from Zachary, Louisiana, who's a 4-star quarterback. Elliott Washington is a 4-star safety. Yanze Pierre is from Eufaula, Alabama. That's like right there on the Georgia-Alabama border.
mm.
Um, he's good. I've seen his highlights. So that's someone to look into is Yanze Pierre.
Georgia has not recruited any 5 stars for the 2023 class yet, but it's
Not yet.
coming. It's coming. Just saying. I say yet because we got time.
Yeah.
And y'all got time too. Everybody has time.
Yeah. I think Florida's doing pretty good too. See, I think what do you think about Billy Napier? Because
Great.
he's
Good recruiter.
he's he's a great recruiter. I mean, he came in December and took a 5-star. I'm trying to remember who it was, but he took him from both Alabama and Georgia and picked him up. He's a corner. Kamari Wilson, I think was his name.
Name sounds familiar. I'm trying to find Florida on here. Where the hell are they ranked? Alabama's ranked 34th.
Now.
Yeah, for now. And Georgia's ranked 10th for now. Florida's ranked 42nd. They got 5 commits. Rutgers went down from 20th to 41st. Let's see. They got Aaron Gates, Kaniji Harris, Creed Whittemore, Bryce Lovett, and Tyree Patterson for
Yeah.
Florida. None of them are 5 stars, but I think some of the 4 stars might do pretty well. Like, what position are these? 20. What does it say? Position 20. Aaron Gates. It doesn't tell you their position on there for some reason.
No.
Aaron Gates. He's from Sharpsburg, Georgia. Um, he looks like pretty good. I think he's probably pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll try and let's have a look at the let's take a look at the album. Yeah, Jahil Hurley. Yeah,
Yeah.
Eli
That's a guy.
Holstein.
Yeah. But Eli
Holstein,
Holston comes in.
quarterback.
He'll be playing backup to Ty Simpson.
Ty Simpson.
Yeah.
Wait,
Who
where the
we
hell did
just
Paul? Where the hell did Paul Tyson go?
he went to Arizona State,
Uh,
which I think could be a good and interesting landing spot in the Pac-12.
yeah. A team that I always look at in the Pac-12 is Baylor. That's a team I usually focus on.
Yeah,
But yeah, J. Hill Hurley. That sounds like a pretty good player for you guys.
I think so.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what's been up with Jacob, but he hasn't been around the community recently. He said he wanted to be a guest on this thing, and I'd said the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I got you at least, so
Yeah. I just gotta work. I got my job here, and I got coaching to do. I'm busy now.
you got coaching.
Yeah, I coach our summer league swim team. I'm not the head coach, but I'm one of the coaches,
Oh,
support
that's
coaches.
cool.
Yeah, and then I'm a lifeguard at the country club, and I'll be heading to a. Well, I just finished up driver's ed this week. Took 4 days of classes, and then I have the driving with the instructor, and then my driving test, and then in July I have that camp in Tuscaloosa. I get to see the University of Alabama,
Yeah,
which yeah, I do. I think it'll
you
be.
gonna
I think
go?
it'll be. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna see the nice campus of Alabama.
Yeah. When you hear, I think it's at the top of every hour. Denny chimes is the clock tower in it.
Oh,
It's a
really?
beautiful. It's a beautiful ring.
Yeah.
Oh,
Only
this one's
Bell.
coming.
What's up?
Oh, I'm watching the finals.
Oh gosh, not the Celtics and the Warriors.
Are you watching it?
No, because I don't. I've heard people don't really care about this NBA Finals.
I
People
watch
don't
it
care.
because it's the finals. Just no matter who it is, really.
Oh, thank gosh, Golden State's winning by 3. Oh,
Yeah.
so Ballard, you're 1 win away from eliminating my hockey team.
Yeah. Pretty
I was
close.
disappointing Game 5. I saw a
Hmm.
video on ESPN of this one and only one Rangers fan in the arena after the game, and he's just sitting there, and he's super sad.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that video. He was the only fan in the arena after the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should have won Game 3, but you guys came back, and I was literally I was at my job and I was on my break, and I was just watching the game. I watched the final few seconds, and I saw the go ahead goal, and I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!"
Right.
I was like, "How did that?" I was like, "How did they just score that?" But props to you guys. You won 2 games in Tampa, and now you beat us on our home ice. So now you
Yeah.
just have to win Game 6, and then I have to root for the Avalanche.
The Avalanche.
Yeah, that's who you're going to be facing potentially if you win. Well, that's
Oh
who you will
yeah.
face if you beat us, which I hope to gosh you do not. And then the Rays are currently losing, is what I heard.
Yeah, they're not having the best of seasons.
The Rays are doing good. We finally got over the 500 mark. We're getting
Yeah,
closer. I think we're getting a little bit closer to the Mets. Oh my
I think
gosh,
so too.
the Cubs and the Yankees are in 13 innings right now.
Are they really?
Yeah,
Jeez, what's the score?
1-1.
Gosh. Come on, Cubs.
Yeah, I know you don't like the Yankees. I'm not really a
Nobody
Yankees
really
fan.
nobody really does.
You know what? I'm not. I don't have a second favorite team in baseball. I'm full on Braves now. No more Yankees.
I'm going for the Braves too. I've always loved the Braves. I really only pull for the Rays because, and I still do, but just being from the Tampa area, you pull for the local teams down there.
I'm trying to do that thing that the Braves players do.
Oh,
This is
the
what this.
is that the
That's what they do.
tomahawk chop?
Yeah, it is. They just put their hand like this and they go like that. That's what they
I
did
still
to Cody
can't. I
Beaton.
still can't believe that the Cleveland Guardians changed. I mean, I feel bad for Chief Wahoo.
Yeah, I do too. I'm surprised we didn't even have to change anything but get rid of our Tomahawk Chop song. No name change, no logo change, no uniform change, just a get rid of our song. That's it. We still
Yeah,
do
man.
the job. Oh, Al Horford, I miss you, buddy. I miss you, buddy. Oh, 194. Warriors up by 6.
Warriors are going to get out of here
Good.
with a W.
Good. I need that. I don't want the Celtics winning. Can't stand any Boston team. I was happy when the Hurricanes beat the Bruins in the playoffs. And then we beat the Hurricanes, which I was very happy about.
Good shot, Kerr. I'm
Curry.
I'm a bit I'm a bit behind. I just saw the 100-point mark.
Uh,
So anyway, let's see. I got one more thing to discuss and do
oh,
a segment on. I appreciate you joining for a bit. I think I'm going to do one more segment and then get out of here.
okay.
But I appreciate you joining, buddy.
You got it.
Thanks. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Will. Appreciate it, buddy. Anyway, all right. One more segment for conference week. Let's do this. In 2022, Alabama's defense is poised for dominance, poised to be great, expected to focus on the process rather than the outcome. You look at it, Will Anderson, Dallas Turner, a great pass rush duo that'll lead the entire team. Dallas Turner had 15 tackles last season as a freshman. You imagine what he can do as a full-time starter. Jordan Battle leads the secondary, had a pick six against Georgia in the SEC title. Henry To'oTo'o comes back to lead the linebacking core, right? When you look at it, right? I mentioned Dallas Turner. He's going to be great. Overall, I want to look specifically at his stats, right? Last year, let me pull it up. 14 solo tackles, 8.5 sacks, did not force a fumble, did not have a pick, but he's been in that weight room. He's been working hard. He has done everything imaginable this offseason. He looked good in the spring game, too. Had 30 total tackles, as I mentioned, 14 on his own, 16 assists. Hold on. There we go. 14 on his own, 16 assists, 8.5 sacks, a fumble recovery, no forced fumbles, right? No picks, right? He had 4 tackles in the Georgia National Championship loss, 2 sacks on Stetson Bennett in a game where the defense, and be honest, the defense performed very well. He did very, very good there. He had a sack in the playoffs against Cincinnati. He had a sack on TJ Finley. He had a sack against Stetson Bennett the first time around, right? Did so much. Then you look at a guy in Will Anderson. Of course, he's the go-to guy this year for the Crimson Tide, right? Was here last year, was great, did everything he needed to. Um, And he's poised for another big year, right? Will Anderson, 70, or I'm sorry, 57, although he could have 70 this year. Who knows? Led the nation in sacks, had 57 solo tackles. He's from the state of Georgia, by the way. Had no hesitation when he picked up the Alabama hat, and we were happy to get him, right? 101 total tackles last year, 57 solo, 44 on his own, or assist, I'm sorry, 17 and a half sacks, 3 passes defended. He's fast off the edge. He's quick, great elusiveness, great physicality, and a terrific athlete, right? This is what is going to start and lead the Alabama defense this year. Then you look at the secondary with DeMarco Hellams and Jordan Battle. Kool-Aid McKinstry comes in too, right? I mentioned Dallas Turner as well on the edge. What has been the issue for the Crimson Tide, though? What has been the issue that has held them back from having that kind of defense? Is it the change of coordinators every year? Is it an experience? I'm not sure. I don't know. I know that they have had young experience, right? But this year, there's no excuses. This year has to be good. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're going to give up a touchdown. You're going to give up first downs. I'd like to see more turnovers by the defense. I'd love to see great physical toughness, guys taking pride in what they do, guys dominating on the field, toughness, mental toughness. That's something Coach Saban preaches on quite a bit, right? He says, what does it take to break you, to get you to the next level, to be what you need to be where you need to be? Georgia Bulldog Will says the defense should be dominant this upcoming season. How does he only get half a sack against Auburn? He kind of tag teams with someone else. 2 guys on the quarterback. Right? This year is set up so perfectly. There's no excuse. I'm not saying they got to sack the quarterback every play. Right? You're going to give up first downs. You're going to give up touchdowns. You're not going to hold every team to a shutout. It doesn't work that way, right? No one's perfect, right? Saban said it best in his rant last year. They're not perfect. They're just college students, you know? It happens. They gave up 41 to A&M last year. If they could, in more than half of their games, hold teams under 30 or 20 points, and they could force a lot of punts, create some third and long situations, get off the field on third down, which has been a big issue in their defense for Alabama. They'll be good. They'll be set up. I'm excited for this football season. I think that this is what is going to lead Alabama to a national title, is the defense. We talk so much about Bryce Young. I love Bryce. I think the lines, the offensive line and the defensive line are going to be key. The offensive line looked pretty weak in the spring game. Or did the defense look pretty strong? Makes you wonder, what's Saban cooking up this spring? When I watch highlights of Alabama in spring practice, I see guys that get up quick, that hit hard on the pads, that move fast, guys that are dominant, guys that are explosive, guys that are disciplined well enough. And they go out there and they dominate. Alabama's going to be back this year in 2022. And I don't say that out of bias. And I'm not going to guarantee a title win. But I will say this. I can guarantee you this. If the defense shows up, you better be prepared if you're a quarterback in the SEC. Because Dallas Turner, Henry To'oTo'o, Will Anderson, Chris Braswell, guys like that coming at you, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. I mean, think about it. What has cost Alabama games? This past year was the offensive line. The defense cannot have what they had against A&M. What's up, Benji Holland? They need to have what they had against Miami. They need to have what they had against Georgia the first time around, only not give up so many points. They even need to have what they had against Auburn. The defense was good in the Iron Bowl. The offensive line was what made it so low scoring. Defense wins championships. And Alabama's set up for a pretty good run. They're not just poised to have a good season. They're poised for a dominant season. Domination. Attack your opponent day in and day out. Fight the battle. Win the battle. Go play with toughness, discipline, effort, pride, physicality. Go out there and dominate the day, Alabama. Y'all got this. I believe this could be the year for Alabama's defense to get it together. And say whatever you want to about it will never be what it was under Kirby. I'm done arguing about whether it was Kirby or Saban. I'm done. I don't care. Nick Saban is still a defensive mastermind and guru. Y'all remember Marcus Spears at LSU? Y'all remember guys like Terrence Cody at Alabama back in his earlier days? Man, Alabama's going to be really good this year on both sides of the ball. Bryce Young's going to dominate through the air, and that's what we're going to want to talk about. What they're not going to talk about, or it'll take them a quick second, but eventually they get on it. They are going to talk so much about the defense this year in college football. A lot of defenses, Clemson, Georgia, but mostly Alabama. It'll be the best defense of the year. Promise you that. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I love you guys. Well, tell you what, I'll open it up. We'll sit here. Any comments on the SEC, any questions you have, fire away with them, and I can answer. We'll leave it open for maybe 5-10 more minutes. Trayvon Diggs, that was a good one. I remember Trayvon Diggs. He's with the Cowboys now, I think. Any comments, any questions? Georgia's defense will take a step down after last season, but we will still be good. I'd still be worried about your defense. You guys are recruiting greatly. But yeah, it'll take a step back. That's all right. Going for an hour now. You're more worried about our defense. I guess in a way I could agree, just because we know that Alabama can falter. Benji Holland in the comments. How do you think the college football environment will change with the Big 12 gaining more teams? Ooh, that's a good question, but a tough one to answer. It's going to change a lot. I mean, if you think that the Big 12 gains more teams and it doesn't impact the rest of college football, you're certainly mistaken. I mean, it's bringing in teams like Cincinnati and UCF and Houston from the American Conference. Um, that's a big deal on whatever conference you take it from. Uh, does it make up for losses of Oklahoma and Texas? I think it makes it stronger, especially with a team like Cincinnati or UCF with Gus Malzahn. Um, I don't know. I think that it will. It'll definitely change the environment of the Big 12 to the Big 16 or whatever you want to call it. Um, and it'll make it like a super. It really depends on how these teams perform. If they go into the Big 12 and they start dominating and lighting it up and showing that they can compete with the actual competition, then yes, it's going to make a big impact on the entire landscape of college football. If they can't perform well, then what good is it? It's really not impacting. Um, Georgia Bulldog Will says, we talked about that, Benji. It will change quite a bit. Texas probably won't do good in the SEC, especially if they only get 7 wins a season. Texas is back, will not fly in the SEC. That kind of goes against, or not against, but that wasn't exactly what he was asking, but that is a good point, Will. Is a team like Cincinnati still going to have 10-win seasons against teams like Baylor, Texas Tech, other teams in the Big 12? I think they could. What about Houston? Houston can have some 10-win seasons. BYU, they've had some killer teams. They're bringing in some interesting teams. They're not bringing in the wrong teams. I think they're bringing in the right teams in ways. But we'll just have to wait and see. But I think it can impact college football because it all depends on how it. First off, it's how does what it should do is the question should be, how does it impact the Big 12? If these teams come in and are new, hey, how you doing? Like, and they don't dominate, what good is it? If they do dominate and they're powerhouses and they can make the college football playoff and finally maybe, I don't know, get the Big 12 some playoff wins, then it's impacting college football. So it all depends on how they perform on the field, I guess, to answer your question overall, Benji. Because, I mean, really, it gaining more teams really only impacts the Big 12 and then whatever conferences lost a team or two to the Big 12. So, Big 12 is a step up from the ACC or the AAC. That's true. Like I said, it impacts the Big 12 more so than college football as a whole, at least to start. I think it impacts the teams that are joining, and then the Big 12, and then college football. Because you come in, you got to show that you can play in the Big 12, that you can play in the Power 5. You got to show that on the field. You got to take chances. and win and dominate, and not just win games out of luck. Show that you can compete and play with dominance and firepower. That, I guess, is how it would impact college football. All right. Anybody else going for comments? I'd have to check up on SEC schedules, but I wonder how many out of conference games are against the Big 12, because then comparisons can be made. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's a good point, Benji. That is a good point. So it's official. NBA Finals are tied at 2 apiece. 107-97 as Golden State dominates Boston Celtics. Steph Curry with 43 points tonight. That's pretty good. Will says, thank you, Golden State. I'm happy for him. I don't know why, but I think I want Jason Tatum in the Celtics. We've seen Golden State win it. We got to see the Celtics, right? When's the last? Hold on. Celtics have won quite a few, actually. Yanks beat the Cubs in 13 innings. Yankees win. All right. 2007, 2008 was their last one. So it's been a little over a decade. Celtics have worked their way here, though. Tied at 2 apiece tonight. Anyway, all right. It is 10:40 where I am. It's late. It's almost 11 o'clock. It's been a long day. I love you guys. Thank you so much for an amazing conference week. I got to do it again next year. Hopefully we get more guests and everything, but I think I'm going to shoot for June of next year for a conference week 2023. So, but I love you guys. Jesus loves you. He's got a great plan. Keep your head up. Please like, comment, and subscribe right here to Ballard Sports Media. Love you too, Will. Take care, buddy. Please like, comment, and subscribe right here to Ballard Sports Media for more sports content. And until next time, folks, Ballard Sports Media, your boy, checking out. Love y'all. Peace.
Roll